We'll kick it off here. Welcome, Brandon. Nice to have you here today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you inviting me.
For all of you who don't know me, I am Tawny Stuns. I'm with Create Your Cruise, and I'm here with Brandon Oscarson from Explora Journeys, which is a really exciting new product in the luxury market. So we're here to take you on a little in-depth exploration and a visual journey of the Explora I and Explora II. So, Brandon, really excited for this presentation.
Yeah, same. Absolutely. Bear with me one moment. Let me get my screen up and shared so everybody can see the beautiful images and the journey that they are going to go on with us today.
There we go.
All right. Well, thank you all for taking the time to join us today. My name is Brandon, and I'm one of the sales leads here at Explore Journeys in sunny Florida. What we are looking at here is one of our two beautiful brand new ships. This is Explora I. She launched in August of 23. She has a sister ship, Explora II, that launched in September of last year. So these are brand new, just built vessels and a part of our fleet as we keep on growing. These ships are sister ships, so they're almost identical. There are a few differentiators with design inside, but outside of that, they're both just shy of 64,000 tons. So for those of you who know ship sizes, they're actually mid-sized ships, but they operate with a small ship capacity. We only have 461 suites, allowing 922 guests, but we cap it at 850 guests because we do want to maintain the luxury of space on board, which that is one of the pillars of our brand. These are the four pillars that we are looking at here. The luxury of space, having very large and spacious suites, lots of places to spread out on board, multiple choices with 12 bars and lounges, beautiful and impeccable design inside and out. And we also offer more immersive journeys. And a little bit later in this presentation, I'll explain what that means. Now, we are an all-inclusive brand.
Oh,
So,
it's not included. I
so
love that question because like you read this list and you have to think about it for a minute.
it's true. So actually, I love that you asked that. And we don't include our destination experiences or what you're used to calling shore excursions. And the reason I love we don't do that is there's two. It doesn't reflect in the price. It does reflect in the price. When you're paying for everything, especially your destination experiences, the prices are going to be higher. The other is we want our guests to have a nice, relaxed ocean state of mind while they're on board with us. So when you don't include all of those shore excursions, people take their time to slow down and relax, and they don't feel like they have to cram everything in during their cruise, so they need a vacation when they get home.
It's true. When you're not like sitting there counting how much you spent, what you have left to do, what you have more to think about and plan for. I love that. Even down to like the little things like something that sets an experience like this apart for me is a shuttle service to a city center. So in Europe, for instance, what an incredible way to go because you a lot of times just want to get lost, explore on your own a little, wander around. So if you get to pick and choose what excursions are included and you have that shuttle service, it makes for a really great planning experience.
Absolutely. Then we do pull into ports where we're not an easy walk to town center, so we do have those free shuttle services in place. Very importantly, we have complimentary Wi-Fi. You don't have to purchase a drink package, Wi-Fi package. All these things are taken care of. But the
And
reason,
fast Wi-Fi.
yeah, the Wi-Fi is huge because everybody wants to stay connected. Even though they're on vacation, they want to be connected with their friends and family. Some people have to work. We don't want them to, but it's a part of life. We have Starlink and SAS. So no matter where we're positioned in the world, we have lightning fast Wi-Fi. We
I
all
forgot one thing too. I'm so sorry, but if
Sure,
anybody
of
has
course.
questions while we're doing this presentation, throw them in that Q&A box for us and we'll be answering them. We got Heather on here and we'll be answering them as we go. So I'm sorry.
Nope,
You
nope, no worries. Definitely hit us with your questions. So some of the other things that we include, when you get into your suite, you're going to see a sheet on your a desk that asks you what type of spirits do you like. You can check a box and we'll put a bottle in your room. You'll have a welcome bottle of champagne and nice little treats throughout the cruise as well. You're going to have premium spirits that are included. There are even some top shelf spirits that are complimentary, but the gratuities are also included. So this means what you're paying to get on board the ship, that's it. You're not really paying for anything else once you're on board. So we do have two ships in operation right now. Explora 3 will launch in August of next year. She's going to be a little bit bigger. She's going to be about 72,000 tons. We're not adding any extra suites. That she's just going to
Hmm.
be bigger to accommodate the LNG powered engines.
Mm.
Explora 4 will be the same. 5 and 6, I don't have specs on those, but they will also be a little bit larger to support hydrogen powered engines. We are very mindful of the planet. We operate very green. All of our ships have technology built into them to help protect sea mammals, quite specifically. So we do have a 1.25 to 1 guest to host ratio. We don't call the people on board who work on our ships crew or staff. We're not a cargo ship. We call them hosts because that is exactly what they are to our guests. They are there to welcome you on board, make sure that you're well taken care of. Now, this ratio is a little bit skewed because this is at maximum occupancy. There are 700 hosts on board. Our average selling has between 600 and 750 guests. So we're truly more of a one-to-one guest to host ratio. And what that means for you is there's someone waiting to take care of you at every turn on board.
I feel like we've done like a nice deep exploration of what the brand is about, and now we're going to start our visual journey. So starting here for me, I've done a visual journey of Explora. I've toured the ship, had a fantastic, phenomenal lunch on board, so I got to sample the cuisine, and this is what you see when you first walk in. So I feel like this is the perfect place for us to start our visual journey. And now we'll just kind of take you through some spaces on the ship, some suites, and what you can expect as far as bars, lounges, and restaurants. So Brandon, take us away.
Absolutely. And you know what I love about this image? We are designed to feel like a luxury boutique hotel at sea. And when you get on board, this is your first experience. And you feel like you've just walked into a luxury boutique hotel. So this really does have a great setting as you get on board. We do not offer inside staterooms. We are all suites, and everybody has their own private oceanfront suite with a terrace when they're on board with us. And these suites are beautiful. Again, the largest entry level in the luxury industry, starting at 377 square feet. So that's a lot of space to spread out, and you have some great amenities in these suites. Those nightstands have wireless charging stations on top of them, freeing up your outlets around the bed. When you step off of the bed, there's a little motion sensor light that comes on. So if you need to get up in the middle of the night, you're not stumbling through the dark, but you're also not lighting up the entire room. You have a stocked refrigerator, a coffee maker, a separate tea kettle. We know that people who love tea don't want to heat their water up in a coffee maker, so it's important to have that tea kettle there. If you look on the desk to the right, you'll see two bottles of water. Well, a very important note, one is sparkling, one is still. I say that's important because one morning I had a cup of sparkling coffee. Nobody wants
Ah,
that.
how is that? That's interesting.
I didn't realize that it was sparkling water until I sipped my coffee. But you can always ask for if you want still water, they will just give you everything that you really desire in there. A couple of other really nice amenities here. That closet on the upper right-hand side, you have a walk-in closet, great hanging space for your clothes, great cabinet for storing things away, and also that vanity is going to have your own Dyson hair dryer with all of the nozzles, diffusers, which I understand is one of the most important parts of owning a Dyson hair dryer. Below there, you have a large and spacious bathroom, heated marble floors that you can turn on or off. You can even adjust the temperature. We have our own fragrance for our shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lotion. It's called Mandala Blue, and our guests love it so much that they can actually purchase it in the gift shop. And that shower is a step-in shower. There is no door that you have to open or close. Moving up into our penthouses from our ocean terraces, you have all of the same amenities, but one more inclusion. If you're in a penthouse, we're going to give you a complimentary bag of laundry. Now, if you need to do more and you don't want to pay for it, we do have self-serve laundry that is complimentary. But for everybody else, if you want to, it's just like hotel service. You fill out a form, you send it out, and 24 hours later, it's hanging up in your suite beautifully. Now, the penthouses do go up to just over 700 square feet. So you have a table, so a dining room set up in there, and you typically have a desk in there, for moving things around. And again, if you need to work, you have that space to do it. Once we go out of penthouses, we go into residences, and we call them residences because we do want you to feel at home. This one that we're looking at is the Cocoon Residence. It's over 1,600 square feet. Once you're in a residence, you get butler service. The butlers are there to take care of you on board the ship, when you're in your suite, but also if you have needs like booking reservations for restaurants or booking our destination experiences, they will do all of that for you. Now, in your residences, you're going to have a separate bedroom from your living space, and you're also going to have a lot more terrace space with your
Mm,
own private whirlpool, loungers, room to spread out to achieve that ocean state of mind while you're on board with us. And then the creme de la creme would be our owner's residence, just over 3,000 square feet, upgraded television with the sound system. The bedroom is so large, you have a sitting area on one side, a workplace on the other side. The bathroom has a separate tub and shower, tub for two, and it has its own private sauna as well. Now, this is extra bougie. I love to use the word bougie when I talk about Explora because it just makes so much sense. You don't even have to manually open doors once you get into the owner's residence. You push a button on the wall and they open and close for you. So again, here you have a large sectional couch, a wet bar in the back of the living area, and your own negative edge pool at the aft of the ship overlooking one of the most beautiful views on our ship, our stern pool. And all of the residences also have a techno gym bag with a bench and dumbbells. So if you want to work out in your privacy of your own suite, you have the ability to do that. So, Tani, you mentioned you had tried some of our food on board, and we are the pinnacle of at sea dining right now.
yes,
That's where most of our awards are coming in, is because our
for
food is
sure.
just sensational.
I'm gonna give a pro tip. I'm gonna give a pro tip to anybody who's
Yes.
going on Explorer, booking Explorer. Be bold in your choices. I say this because there are things when I was looking through the menu where I was like, this is not something I would normally eat. Like, no, I'm not sure. It's just everything feels like you said, everything is elevated. So you don't necessarily know if you're gonna like it when you order it, but order it anyway because it will wow you. It wows you so much. I tried a couple dishes that I would never have ordered. I don't like caviar, for instance, and the potatoes with the caviar on top.
Oh, yes.
I believe that we were in think we're in an anthology. Um, Blew my mind. Like literally it just makes you go, wow. So be bold in your choices, order things you would never order at home, and take full advantage of this incredible cuisine.
I agree with that. And I do have a lot of people who travel with me, and when they're on board with me, I insist that they try things that they don't want to try. And 99.9% of the time, I only have one that wasn't happy with me.
There's always one.
Um, Most of these are included. The only one that isn't is Anthology. And the reason that is, it's like a Michelin rated restaurant at sea. It's going to be Italian cuisine, an eight-course meal with eight different
No,
wines
we
paired.
were not an anthology then. I'm sorry. We were in the Med Yacht Club or
Okay.
Phil Rouge. One of those two. I'm so sorry. I was on there for like a short period of time, but those two, it's just the high ceilings to me they get. But one of those two has the potatoes and the caviar dish.
So when we bring our travel partners on for ship tours, we actually grab some items from different restaurants on board.
Ah,
The fingerling potatoes over creme fraiche with the caviar on top come from Marble and Co. And our executive chef, he that is one of his signatures. Anything potatoes, he is well known in the industry for. So I'm going to kind
excels.
of move through these from the top and then across the bottom. Emporium Marketplace, when you walk in, you'll think you've walked into a buffet until you realize there are 18 independent cooking stations and everything is made to order, except for the pizza that they make the dough right there in front of you and prepare it fresh before they actually cut it and serve it to you. Pasta made fresh daily, baked lobster tail for dinner every night. There's all kinds of really sensational, elevated experiences in Emporium Marketplace for breakfast and lunch. Phil Rouge is breakfast and dinner. I'm sorry, Emporium Marketplace is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Phil Rouge is breakfast and dinner. It's our French-inspired cuisine named after the red line that goes around the base of our ship. I do have to tell you a couple of items that I love at this restaurant. They have an eggs Benedict on a brioche bun instead of an English muffin. So you have this light, crispy brioche bun with a cream bed of spinach, and over the top of the hollandaise sauce, caviar. It is sensational. It really offsets everything in the most beautiful way. And for dinner, their lobster thermidor and 72-hour braised short rib are again sensational. Going down from there, Marble and Co. is our European style steakhouse. You're going to find quality over quantity. No 24-ounce ribeye, but your 45-day aged ribeye. You'll also have those delicious fingerling potatoes and lobster bisque infused with a French whiskey, which sounds kind of wild, but it is to die for. Down to the middle there, we have Med Yacht Club. It's Mediterranean inspired cuisine. And I always tell people if you're going to dine here, pretend that you're in Spain. There's a lot of shareables, tapas. Try a little bit of everything, but be mindful when you get your main course because if you try everything, you will be absolutely stuffed by the time the main course comes. Their baked octopus is one of their signature items, and that's one that I twist people's arm to try all the time. And again, everybody but one person. Because
Is that's the dish that got him?
that's the dish that got him. Yeah. And I did kind of save the best to last for last, and I say that because this is majority of our guests' favorite dining experience on board Sakura. This is Pan-Asian cuisine. So you have some of the most amazing flavors from Vietnam, Japan, and Malaysia. So it's a really nice fusion of some of the best cuisines you're going to find in Southeast Asia. And here, I tell everybody you've got to try the 72-hour braised short rib and the Penang curry or the lobster pad thai. But there's one item in here you hear people talk about throughout the entire ship, on and off throughout the cruise. You hear people talking about it. It's the black sesame ice cream. And when they put it in front of you, you kind of scratch your head because it's dark green and kind of brownish and kind of blackish with sesame. But when you take a bite, it's this decadent peanut butter and chocolate flavor that you'll think about for
Mm,
days after you've had it. It's really incredible.
yum. I'm hungry.
That's my goal. So we do have 12 bars and lounges available for our guests on board. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's a few that I definitely need to mention. Crema is going to be our coffee shop. This is really the heartbeat of the ship. It's right over our lobby bar. And you have to pass it many times throughout the day to really get anywhere on board the ship. You have coffee beans sourced from around the world. So if you love good coffee, if you're a coffee
Oh, it
snob, I
smells
am a
so
coffee
good.
snob. Yes, you can get sensational coffee drinks here, along with sandwiches, pastries, snacks, chocolates. They always have great things to snack on here. To the right of that, our Explorer Lounge is where we do high tea at 4 o'clock every day. To the left of it, we have our Sky Bar, where there's a whirlpool up there. And this is a place where you want to go to enjoy the sunset and maybe grab a nice cocktail. They'll take really amazing care of you. Up in the middle, our Journeys Lounge is where you go for your evening entertainment. Now, I love our Journeys Lounge because it's not set up like a theater. You don't have the tiered seats all crammed together. This is a cabaret setup. So you have plush, comfortable couches and chairs spread out just enough that only 300 people can really sit in here. And the servers can navigate nicely to make sure that you have a drink while you're enjoying your evening entertainment. To the right of that, Malt Whiskey is a very quiet place. It's right next to the Explora Lounge. What I love about Malt Whiskey is we don't have bartenders here. We have genuine mixologists. These are people who understand what they're mixing into your drinks and the different types of whiskey and bourbon that they're serving to you there, which is also extremely important because there's a cigar lounge attached to it. So you can find a wide variety, especially if you're a connoisseur and you like cigars. They have anything from your €8 Davidoff to your €200 Cohiba that's been aged for 8 years. So a little bit of something for everybody. And again, I always say that I save the best for last because this is one of the funnest places on board, the Astern Lounge. And the reason I say that is there's always something happening here. During the day, we have lectures for our guests, but we also do trivia. I've seen a lot of very competitive guests on board. But about the time our shows start in the Journey Lounge, we pick up fun activities. This is where you want to go to socialize, to dance, to have a good time. We're going to do a silent disco. If you haven't been to a silent disco, it's quite entertaining because you walk into a room where you can't hear anything but a lot of really bad singing. And people are listening to different songs, so they're not even singing the same thing, but it's a lot of fun.
It
We
is so
also
fun.
have karaoke and different types of DJ sets and musicians on the stage for, again, those who are looking for a nightlife and don't want to go to bed early.
I like it because it's diverse too. So you get there's like something for everyone, every age range, every different kind of music option, every, whatever you like. There's just a little something like throughout the cruise, you'll be surprised and delighted by the options. Well, perfect lead in for this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now the activities in advance, they're kind of tied together. And I just went through some of those with the with our lounges that we offer. But one of the activities I like to talk about is we do have photographers on each of our ships and they do lessons. They'll teach you how to use your camera better. But what is better for most of our guests is they will do classes with your phone. Teach you how to take better pictures with your cell phones, which that works for everybody. Our DJ sets are kind of varied. Yes, we do have dance music in the Astern Lounge, but a lot of times we just want to create a great ambiance, something quiet, something mellow. So when you're relaxing by the pool, you have the right vibe at that time. Our rituals are going to be focused around our three Steinway pianos. We have phenomenal musicians on board that will, throughout the afternoon and evenings, just sit down and play music for you. Again, background music, something to just set the mood while you're hanging out, relaxing, maybe having a drink or talking to your friends. Now, the outside of our ships are inspired by the sea, and I feel like this picture is worth 1,000 words. Three outdoor pools that are heated, one indoor pool with a retractable roof. The 64 cabanas are spread out throughout the different pools. So I've never seen people get up to go to their cabana that they want to use, and they get there at 9 in the morning and there's hats, sunglasses, and towels and books already laying out. People really find different places they like to be on board and they stick to those places. So finding your spot makes it very easy. And you don't need to make a reservation. They are first come, first serve. And multiple indoor and outdoor whirlpools, and they're
This is my
all
favorite.
linear. They face the sea. I think, Tanya, you and I were talking about this, how they're not
Yeah.
written. So
It's an interesting concept,
yeah.
right? Okay, so let me explain what we mean. First of all, I love this place. This is like you walk into here and this picture doesn't really do it justice. Because if you look the other way, you're just surrounded by like greenery and tropics. So you really feel like you're at a resort. It feels like you're gonna have a beach 10 feet away, even though you don't, because there's just palm trees and greenery and the water sparkles everywhere and everything's light and glass. But then you have the linear, which means it's all straight lines, so rectangular. So both the pool and the jacuzzis. So like, what does that mean for you? I personally hate when I go get into a jacuzzi that's a circle and now I'm like sitting in a group and I'm forced to talk to people who are in front of me whether I want to or not. Maybe they're cool, maybe they aren't. You never know. But that circular thing kind of creates that environment where you kind of feel forced into it. And the linear means that you can kind of like take up your own space. So you can have your space, you can have some privacy, you can be social if you want to, but you never feel like you're invading someone else's or anyone else is invading yours. So it's an overlooked thing, but a linear concept is absolutely amazing experience.
It is, yes. And a lot of our guests love that for the same reason that you love it. At night, the ambiance changes on board. You have great mood
Mhm.
lighting. The conservatory pool, actually, they do a silent movie, and I'm not talking Charlie Chaplin. We take the headphones from the silent disco.
Think
Nobody
silent
likes the
disco, but
silent movie.
movie.
Exactly, exactly. So you go hang out at the pool. You can watch a movie with headphones on. So if you want to have a conversation, you take them off and nobody cares. The bar stays open later here on those evenings, and they bring snacks and treats and drinks. We also have the Super Bowl in here. And we have a license with Formula One where whenever there's a race, you can watch those races in here as well. Now,
If
to
anyone's a Formula One fan, they've definitely seen the Explorer logo.
oh my goodness, yes, if you love Formula One, you saw us all over the place last month.
The
So,
wellness.
one of the ways we help you achieve your ocean state of mind is through our wellness program. We do have included classes. We have two reformers for those who love to do Pilates on board. Great techno gym equipment. If you need a little help, there are personal trainers to assist you. If you want to hire them for sessions, you can do that. Complimentary classes and some classes that you can pay for as well. There is indoor and outdoor fitness available, in-suite fitness available. And when you're done with all that amazing food and you've gone and done your workouts, the spa is complimentary. You can purchase spa options. But Tom, you've been in here. You've seen this beautiful spa.
Yeah. So just like for comparison, I'm booked to go on a contemporary brand and I bought a spa package for where I'm going and it was $700 for the week for the two, like $700. And I'm gladly paid it, but on here, you don't have to pay for that. It's already included. It's part of that like built-in magic. And I loved the whole concept behind it. There's like lots of different rooms. They're separated, so there's quiet spaces. Everything feels very clean and brand new. You have different, the heat, you have there wasn't a cold room, but there's a snow
No.
machine, which I love. So you can go into this little room. But if you're into wellness, I feel like it's such a great part of the experience. If you love to do fitness or spa routines or any of that kind of stuff and you're going on vacation, you want to know that the place you have has facilities that are going to like meet your expectations. And I think Explorer really exceeded my expectations here because like you said, you can eat this amazing food. It's clean cuisine. You eat like it's not clean like it's all overly healthy. There's plenty of options to indulge, but there's a nice balance. You can tell it's good quality food you're eating. Everything is amazing. The ingredients are superb. And then you have that huge fitness facility, whether you're into Pilates, yoga, personal training, weightlifting, cart, whatever it is you're into, you're accommodated. And then you can go into this for free and enjoy this facility. So if wellness is your thing, then this is definitely the brand for you.
And I just want to talk about a couple of the things that are in here because we have some stuff that not everybody does. We have the salt therapy cave where you can go in and relax and get to clear out your lungs, the whirlpool, the sauna, heated loungers, but we also have aromatherapy showers, which a lot of our guests, that's one of the highlights. They love those aromatherapy showers.
It really just opens everything up.
It does, absolutely. So at the beginning, I did mention we have more immersive journeys, and what that means is we don't have a philosophy of be on the ship at 4 so we can leave at 6. The time that we leave port, it varies between 7, 9, and 11 p.m., and we really try our best to leave later as often as we can, because when you're on a cruise, it's hard to experience the nightlife of the places you visit. Well, we want you to have that type of experience with us. You also have a lot of unique ports, and we have over 300 years of experience by our parent companies cruising in the Mediterranean. So it opens up a lot of really amazing and intimate experiences while you're cruising with us. Well, that is everything I have to share with our ships. Obviously, I definitely want to be able to answer some of the questions that have come through.
Absolutely. And one other thing I just want to, it just slipped my mind, but I was going to say something about the ports. But one thing I want to say for people who are booking, like there's two ships right now and they're doing amazing itineraries, but a lot of times it does mean you're going to start in one port and end in another. So you won't often find round trip itineraries, which is pretty standard and normal for a lot of cruise lines, particularly in the Mediterranean. So that's just something to consider when you're doing it. You're going to fly into one place and fly home from another. Don't worry because our team can help you with all of the logistical planning. So it shouldn't be stressful for you at all. But something I do like to tell people so that when they're looking at it, they can really plan amazing pre and post opportunities as well and kind of dig a little deeper there into those vacations.
And there's one more thing I want to share about booking with you and your agency. You're part of Signature. And with Explora, that means that every single booking, you get 150 per person journey experience credit. You can use it on board the ship for any purchases or gift shops if you want to use it for your destination experiences. If you want to try the 130-year-old cognac, you can use it for experiences like that while you're on board. So it's a
Yeah.
great value.
Absolutely. So we are, yes, we're part of Signature Agency. So we're Create Your Cruise. We are also part of Cruise Planners. And we're here to help you with all of your vacation needs. We plan all kinds of vacations. We are obviously here partnering with Explora and helping you get to know their brand. But please reach out to us for any kind of vacation planning you may have needs for, because our team has over 40 years of experience and we are all very well traveled and looking forward to helping you plan all those details. Heather, Heather's on here with us. She's also part of my team. Welcome, Heather. And she is going to help us get through some of your questions.
Yes, I'm answering some right now, Tawny, as we go along. So
Perfect.
there is one about the cigar lounge, Brandon. If you could kind of touch on that about if it's sealed off, if it's a terrace. That was if you could touch on that for a second.
Sure, I get that question a lot. It's not a terrace. It is a sealed off room. It's attached to malt whiskey. It is very well ventilated. That is the question I get all the time. I've been in there each time I've been on board. I'm not a big cigar smoker, but I love a great experience. So to go sit down with like a smoky old fashioned and have a cigar is a fun experience for me. And what I love is when I come out, I don't have to worry about my clothes smelling like a cigar for the next 3, 4 days, regardless of whether or not I wash them. So
That ventilated.
it is very well ventilated. Yes.
That's a great feature. Like that is also for me a huge pet peeve. I don't want to be in a place where the smoke really runs into everything. And I didn't smell a single bit of smoke on that ship, so you should be good.
And you won't.
Looks like what nationality is your cruise line? That's a good opportunity for you to talk a little bit about the parent company.
So we are owned by MSC, an Italian company. We are their ultra luxury brand. So we do operate independent of them, but that means we have incredible financial backing. All 6 of our ships will be built and they will all be impeccable. And what I also love about being owned by MSC is it gives us over 300 years of experience in cruising all around the world.
And incredible resources. I mean, MSC really, you guys can go places other people can't. You have so many connections all over the world to create these unique experiences. The even the Formula One connections, like you have experiences related to that. So a very interesting culture created over there now that MSC has ventured out into a luxury product. It's really exciting.
It is exciting.
Is there a casino on board?
Yes, I know it's not in my presentation, but we have a great casino. It's very beautiful. It's right by the Journeys Lounge. I want to say we have 5 tables and multiple slot machines.
So if we like take a look at the background behind Brandon right now, you've got on the top left-hand corner, I believe that is where the coffee, the cafe crema is.
Correct.
And then down you have the lobby bar and some like nice lounges. And if you walk up there, you have an elevator bank. And then to the right, I believe that just goes to some more elevators and back into the restaurants, right?
Yeah, exactly. And in front of me to the right would be where the casino is. And on the bottom level there, I didn't really go into this, but we have a Rolex shop on Explora
Oh,
One.
yes. Yes,
It's
like
one
a
of the
true Rolex store. You can
oh,
buy
and
it and take it home.
take it home. Only place in the world you can buy a brand new Rolex and walk out of it with it on your wrist.
So true. That is such a cool feature. If anyone is a Rolex person, like that, it's just you just can't do that anywhere else. So that's amazing. I think the greatest thing that I took away from my journey on board was that the ambiance is kind of set everywhere, like you said. It's the light mood music in the background. It's the way the lighting is. It's the neutral colors, but the little splashes of like surprise and greens and they bring it back to nature into the ocean part and all of that that kind of builds up to this incredible experience. I know Heather and I have had lots of customers just coming back recently from their first Explorer journey, and it's nothing but good things, which is pretty rare in this industry to get very few, if any, complaints, and it's truly an if any. So thank you for sharing this with us. We're really excited. All of you on here, I hope you're excited to plan an Explorer cruise. The pricing and everything about it is very attractive right now. So make sure you're reaching out to us. You can reach out by just replying to your Zoom link if you need to just reply there, or you can also be on the lookout tomorrow because we're going to be sending out an email to you with a little special and the recorded copy of this presentation. So again, thank you all for joining us, both the attendees, both Brandon, Heather. I really appreciate your time and I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.